we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to call this rock and roll resume, because when you hear the name, you might know exactly who they are, but when you hear what they've done, then you'll say, ah, yes, I do remember. We have Deen, Castronovo, and John Corabi. They're with the Dead Daisies. Brand new album's coming out. Tell us what the album is named.
It is called Burn It Down.
Burn It Down. Thank you for helping me out, because you know what I did? I forgot to bring it with me. So I only have the Rise Up track that we'll play later on tonight. So how about John go first? And why don't you tell everybody your rock and roll resume?
Okay, I was in a band called The Scream.
Oh,
and then I got a phone call one day to join another lovely band called Motley Crue, and I was with them for about 5 years, and then I've been a night manager at 7-Eleven ever since.
Night managers at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I got to get back
really
soon,
rock.
dude. We're having a run on hot dogs. And
Let me just say this: Hooligan's Holiday. You did the lead vocals on
Yes,
that,
sir.
right?
Great
That
track.
is my favorite Motley Crue song of all time.
That's my favorite Motley
And is
Crue
that
record.
sort of heretical that I say that? Who cares? But it is mine. All right.
Me too, and my sons and many other people.
All right, Deen, go ahead. You take over now.
Okay, I started my first big gig was Bad English back in 1989, and then I went from Bad English to Paul Rogers.
Oh.
And Paul Rogers to Hardline, and then Hardline to Ozzy Osbourne for 3 years, and then after Ozzy, I did some stuff in Italy, some recordings and this artist named Bosco Rossi, and then 17 years with Journey, and now I'm in the Daisies.
Of course, the drummer.
Yes.
Usually the smartest guy in the band.
Not today.
Speaking of covers, either Deen or John, what is your favorite cover song that every time you hear it, you crank it up? Or how about this, a song that you never realized that was a cover until some guy on the radio told you it was?
Wow. You go
Good
first,
question.
bro. That's a good one.
Well, actually, there was a couple songs on Zeppelin's first record.
Okay.
That I think were like Willie Dixon,
Right.
Blues tune. And
Yes.
I didn't realize like how many more times I think is an old blues tune that they just reworked. So I didn't realize that when I first bought the record back in 46, 47, whatever that was. Anyway.
You must be clairvoyant, because during ULZ, we're going to play How Many More Times from LZ1. Isn't that great?
I just took a guess on that one.
That
was,
first album, by the way, is pretty much cover songs. Nobody realizes it.
Well, even Dazed and Confused,
Yes,
which is
yeah.
Jimmy Page was actually
with the
a
Yardbirds,
song.
and the lyrics are different for the one that you hear in LZ1. See, now Dean is like,
I have no idea.
mind blown.
Yeah, I'm telling-
And Deen Castronovo, who's with the Dead Daisies now, one time you played drums for Journey.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what it was like being the drummer for Journey back in the day, because let's face it, Journey, lady pleasers. You might as well call it the Panty Melt Tour every time you go out on the road.
Chicks Ahoy.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh man, when I joined in '98, we were rebuilding. Steve Perry had left. Steve Smith had left. So it was like we had to start from scratch. Literally, we were doing theaters, 1,000 people a night. If we were lucky. If we were lucky, and they're all standing there like this.
Oh, I hate when people do
Prove
that.
it.
That's a
Prove
New
it.
Yorker for you.
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
Jerks.
So we saw that thing build up. I mean, there would be times when I'd be walking in an arena, like whenever it was, and with my drum tech, and I'd just stop and go, dude, I play drums for Journey. I mean, it was heavy. And to play those songs, I mean, that's the soundtrack to my teen years. From the time I was 11 on, I was a Journey fan. So.
Yeah, and one lighter song after another. I mean, I think most people ran out of the fluid in their Bic at a Journey show.
Oh yeah, dude.
Now think about this. You grew up listening to some of these guys, and all of a sudden, like Journey before, and now Bad Company.
Oh yeah.
You're playing the drums for Paul Rogers.
Heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when I was with him, what happened? Richie Hayward, Little Feat's drummer, was playing,
Okay.
and they were having issues with him. He didn't, I don't know, he wasn't comprehending the songs or something. I don't know what it was, but he was having problems, issues, and Paul was kind of upset. And he asked Neil, and of course Neil grabs me and says, "Okay, you're flying in tonight. You're playing at the Spectrum for some radio show. You got to learn all these songs." So I'm on the plane with sticks and the CD Walkman thing, and just learning them on my lap.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Went in and did that show, and since then I was with Paul. We did that the tribute to Jimi Hendrix record.
Yeah, I have the bootleg copy of it. Well, let me just put it this way. Paul gave it to me a long time ago.
Ooh.
I still have it.
Can I have it?
And I need to go see the Dead Daisies. So why don't you tell us what the Dead Daisies are doing before we get into some Van Halen?
Well, we're actually rehearsing right now, and we're getting ready to leave. We start our tour April, I believe it's April.
Wait a minute, I got it
April
here.
6th.
Yeah.
In Glasgow, Scotland.
Well, that's your European tour.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have
we
an
will be
American
here
tour.
in America. We will
15th
be
March.
here.
I know when. You want me
August
to
and
let you know?
September.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the Burn It Down tour. It starts 8/15 in Cleveland, Ohio, and wraps up in Los Angeles. Where are you playing in Los Angeles? September 16th.
I'm not sure. The last time we were there, we played the El Rey Theater.
Okay.
It really depends on availability, but I think it's the Roxy.
And it depends on how you get stuck in the traffic, whether you make it to the gig on time. I know that. It just so happens
Lived
I'm
there
leaving.
20 years. I hated it.
I'll be in LA. I'm leaving on the 16th, and on the 15th you're in Phoenix. So I think what we should do is meet in downtown Disney and have some sort of, party on the 15th. Just cancel the show in Phoenix. Think of the good time we could have at Disney. Think
like
about it for a
Disney.
second. Bring all the kids. No
yeah,
good?
no.
All right. You got your new album coming out.
Listen, I'll buy you a day pass. And
Yeah? Oh, you mean that? Do you?
I'll buy you a day pass.
Okay.
I'm not going to Disney.
Yes.
Here's the deal. We have a song on the new record,
Right.
which sums up our lives
Yes. Okay.
perfectly.
Yes.
What is
It's
it?
called You Can't Take It With You.
You're right.
But you can have it all before you go.
Oh, bravo.
Done.
All right. You can find out more information. You can probably find out how you can get the album. Is it going to be available on iTunes?
It will be available everywhere.
Everywhere. Record stores. Is it out on vinyl?
It is in every format
Really?
known to man,
That's
except
unbelievable.
8-track.
Except
8-track is going to make a comeback. It's
know
got
what?
to.
Let me just tell you this. I have a little solo thing, and my guy did cassettes. And I was
Okay.
like, why? Who does cassettes? Sold them out.
Wow.
They're all
No
gone.
kidding.
Really?
Yeah, little souvenirs. Sold them, they're gone. But the Dead Daisies, every
All right.
format but 8-track.
So tell me about this song really rocks, and it might blow up some speakers. If your
Yes.
speakers blow, they needed the money. Don't worry, it's covered under the bumper to bumper. So go ahead.
This is just an aggressive, somewhat angry.
What are you angry about?
I'm not
what is
angry.
angry?
I'm
You're a vapor. How can you be angry?
You don't know what's in it.
Oh, wait. We both are vapes, man. You and I
all right,
both,
all right,
man. We're the
all right.
kings
Go
of
ahead,
vapes.
go ahead. I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
I'm
You know what?
wrong.
Honestly, you were just talking about Facebook, and without being political, I hate.
Oh, I totally get it. You don't even have to go there.
But just
Everybody
going back
gets
and
it.
forth, how angry everybody
Everybody.
get with each other.
Both sides.
And I don't care. I don't care what side of the fence you're sitting on. Basically, the song is about we need to stop arguing with each other and start holding people
Right.
in Washington
I totally
on
agree.
both sides of the
Yes,
on both sides of the
absolutely.
spectrum. We need to start
Preach
holding them
it.
accountable.
I hear an amen.
You cannot get a name.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Get me a name.
I agree with that. By posting about your gripes on Facebook, you're not solving the problem.
No.
Honestly, my advice is, if you're gonna post your political crap on Facebook, do it after you've already written the letter to your representative.
No, well, it's not even that. Like, the thing that annoys me, and it's with the politicians, and now it's starting to trickle down to people. The blue collar guy. It's okay to have a disagreement with somebody if you don't believe in whether it's religious or political or whatever. But I find it ludicrous that people start a debate with an insult. Like,
Oh, yeah.
if you walk into a room and go, "You're an idiot," you're not. That argument is lost.
All right, I get
It's
what you're
lost.
saying. Basically, not everybody's from Philadelphia.
Bingo.
I'm not down.
Yeah, look at it. Oh my goodness.
Go Eagles.
All right, we got it.